Hello, hello, hello. This is Jamal Jones, licensed marriage therapist, and I help men take inspired action with clarity, confidence, and courage. And as we are finishing off the weekday, I tell you what, this morning um, I got up, took my wife to work, then my daughter to a doctor appointment, then her to school, then I brought the car back to my wife's job. And then I eventually clocked in to work in my private practice in the afternoon. And I Ubered home, and the Uber driver was a family man, a complete stranger. I sat in the back of the car, but he basically asked me, did I have a family? I shared a little bit about, being married 9 years and having a daughter who's going to turn 8 in a couple of weeks. And this gentleman told me that he got married when he was 18 years old and that he now has 5 children and 1 grandchild. And it was just nice to have a moment in the vehicle with this married man who was talking to me about like marriage and family. And we had a good conversation about career and work-life balance, all of those things. And then today, I had a 90-minute lunch with a brother in Christ whom I love. I hadn't seen him since 2023, and he and I meet on a regular basis, and we just talk to each other about like getting updates on life and how was the holidays and how are our spouses doing and how are our families doing. And it was just so cool to have that 90-minute lunch, just as iron sharpening iron, one man sharpening another. And as a individual therapist and marriage counselor, I had an individual session with a man, and he's unmarried and single, but he has all these complex things that he's working through as a pastor, and he loves God and he loves people, and but he also has to be a good steward of his own self-care, and so he engages in therapy. And tonight I had a session with a couple where the man is a high level executive for a major company, and in this marriage counseling, just trying to find ways to help him and his wife stay in harmony and have a healthy relationship and be intact. And you know how it is when you have a job where you're required to travel a lot, and it's so easy to get disconnected from your spouse. And right now they're in a good space because they've been planning together. They got the calendars together, and they've been finding windows of time to spend time together. And I'm waiting for my family to get home. I can't wait to see them. And so I just wanted to come on here and just offer some words of encouragement to all the married men out there. If you are a man and you are married, kudos to you, because you know that relationships are hard. It takes work to have a healthy relationship. And oftentimes we invest so much time, energy, and effort in building our careers and achieving athletic goals and winning national championships and Super Bowls and getting all this corporate credibility. And for those of you who are also putting in the same kind of work to make time for your bride, to make time for your family, to have a conversation with your partner, to be a friend to your partner. Sometimes as men, when we're dissatisfied, are unhappy in our marriage, we can use work as a way to avoid our spouse. So I commend you, those of you who are actually leaning in to your relationship, leaning in to your marriage. Because one thing for sure, brother, a good marriage is good for your mental health. A good marriage is good for your mental health. So to all my married men out there, keep holding it down. Man to man, husband to husband, father to father, want you to know that you're seen, you are heard, and it's not easy, but you keep showing up. So thank you for showing up for your life, showing up for your marriage, and showing up for your family. Because we are living in times when we need more men to value long-term committed relationships, and in having those to be able to communicate in a healthy way and to negotiate conflict and to compromise and to be able to get along with the women in your life. Not only your spouses or partners, but also your daughters, your sons. So married men, keep doing your thing. I just felt kind of inspired to come on here and offer this encouragement. I wish you the very best. Be encouraged.